Hi, my name is Whitney and welcome to my channel. This is embarrassing. No, I cute. He's so cute. He's so cute. He's so big for this but we've gotten this far, guys. This is what he looks like, by the way. My workspace is very messy, but this is what he looks like. This is my first ever video on YouTube. Yeah, welcome to my channel, I guess. I guess a bit about me. Obviously my name is Whitney. I'm 24. I guess as a person have a background in like art and design. I studied it in college and I studied animation in university. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for about a year. I've been crocheting for maybe 2 years now. Not that long, but also quite long, I'd say. I don't know, like I feel quite comfortable with my skill level. So now I want to branch out. I want to like crochet for other people instead of hogging it all to myself, which I actually don't do because most of the stuff that I make like is for other people. I think maybe I've kept nothing. I don't think I've ever kept anything actually. I want to branch out further and kind of offer my skills to other people and yeah, like make crocheted items for other people. Anyways, today I have exciting news. This is my first video, but this is also my first ever commissioned piece. I have a lovely friend from work who has asked me to make a crocheted dinosaur plushie for their girlfriend's birthday, I think. So I am doing that, I guess. That's my first ever crocheted piece. Let's get into it. Let me, I guess, give you a bit of a backstory. Basically, after my friend so kindly asked me to make something for them, which I've never made before, by the way, so that's another big thing. But after they asked me to make it for them, I then like went on the interweb and like was searching for different like yarn and how I can make it bigger and big, like, you know. And I landed on a YouTuber called Crochet with Jenna. I think it's Crochet with Jenna. And I saw her patterns for her like mini dino plushies, and I also saw that she made an absolutely huge life-size dinosaur, which I wish to God I could get the pattern for that dinosaur. I think she may have used somebody else's pattern and worked off of it. I'm not sure actually, but I'll be following the pattern that she definitely did get from somebody else, which is, let me see, by Blue Phone Studios. I got this pattern off of Etsy, so if you guys are interested in getting this pattern, you can find their channel. You can find their channel. I'm not sure if they have a channel on YouTube, but they definitely do have an Etsy shop. So I'll put the link in the description. Okay, so let's actually get into this. So now, let me get the first package. I found a person in the UK that sells this yarn. So, you've kind of seen it, but this will be, so this is the yarn I got. And it is Premier Parfait XL Chunky. And, what do you call it? It's 100% polyester. I was making a smaller version of this and it was going pretty far, but then I realized I needed eyes, so I ordered eyes and they should be coming today. By the way, it's like 8:33, so yeah. We're not gonna get too much done today, but I did want to make a start on it just because I don't know what's coming down the road, you know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure I'm fully prepared and I really, really don't want to disappoint my first ever customer. So let's get into it. close this. Don't make me give up. Don't make me give up. I'm gonna meet you when I actually make some progress. Okay, welcome back, guys. You would not believe. So, I've made a bit of progress, but before I get into that, let me just tell you, you would not believe the time and a half that I've had. I am absolutely knackered right now. But, and I will show you the progress that I've made. I had to stop recording because I don't have enough storage on my phone, if I'm going to be quite honest. But it is a whopping 1:30 in the morning. Yes, it is. Keep in mind I started this at 8 o'clock, and also keep in mind I get distracted a lot, just FYI. But it is 1 a.m. in the morning. I am going to conclude today's progress here, but I'll show you how far I've gone. 5 hours. 5 hours. What a shame. What a damn shame. Basically, I restarted the first row like 3 times, and then I finally got tired of that, and I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm not gonna close it on the first row, because normally with my, like, I'm so used to using this chunky yarn, and I always have a bit of difficulty with it. Well, at least I did when I first started using it, but now it's like fine. I know like how to maneuver with it, so it's not that difficult anymore. But I didn't realize that this would be, because it's like 10 times thicker, I didn't realize it'd be 10 times bloody harder to use. That was not something that came into mind. Damn. Should have thought of that. But basically the issue that I kept having was, once I had completed the first round into a magic ring, I then have to close it up, right? Closing it up was just such an issue. It like literally pulls and it snags and it snapped, and I ended up doing it like 5 freaking times, and it took me an hour before I was like so literally on the brink of giving up. And then I was like, let me YouTube this real quick. So then I looked at a YouTube video, and lo and behold, someone has graced us with an alternative solution to a magic ring, which is to use a thinner piece of yarn to start your magic ring in, and then instead of pulling the yarn tail to close it, you're pulling the string, so there's no snag. Think smarter, not harder, guys. If only I'd known before I literally ruined a whole bunch of yarn. Yeah, so I didn't get a lot done, but honestly, this was the hardest part. And then after that, it was pretty easy. So I'm actually pretty okay with the progress that I've made, considering I still have 4 more days and I have the whole of tomorrow to crochet. I'm kind of good with this. Like, it really doesn't bother me. I know I'm gonna get a lot more done tomorrow. So yeah, with that, I bid you adieu, and I will come back and we'll get started again. Hi guys, welcome back. It is day 2 of making this plushie, and I have a bit of an update. This is a new angle that we have here. Last night I actually got more done than I showed you. I will, I guess, go ahead and just show you, but this is how much I've gotten done now. So I've gotten the whole head done. I'm not gonna lie, I mentioned before that I made a smaller version of this, and when I made that smaller version, I did the decreases to like make the front of the head, you know, and it always like looks really wrinkled, like pleated almost. And I was kind of worried that that would like look really weird once I put the polyfill in, but honestly it turned out fine, so I don't think I have much to worry about this either. But yeah, so it does look a bit funky, but it'll look better when it will look so much better when it's filled out. But this is the head of the dinosaur, and guys, now that I've made this head, I think I underestimated how big this dinosaur is going to be, and I only have 2 more balls of yarn. I have this much yarn left, sorry, this much yarn left of this ball, and then I have 2 more of this color and 2 in the emerald color. So I got kind of scared. I ordered more yarn off of Etsy, but I only ordered 2 balls. So I really hope that we get quite far with the yarn that we have. Hopefully we won't need the 2 that I bought, but also hopefully if we do need the 2 that I bought, they come in time, first of all, because they're coming. Estimated delivery was 22nd to the 24th, and I have to finish it by the 24th. So hopefully it comes in time, and also hopefully that will be enough if I do need that yarn, because I only bought 2, and this is just the head. You see that? Just the head. Maybe if I flatten it out, you'll probably have a better idea of what it's supposed to look like. If I show you one half of it, might be easier. But like, this is the shape for the head, and then the neck will be down here. Don't worry, you'll get the idea. You'll see what it looks like later on. But yeah, so it is day 2. It is, guys, I'm not doing great. It is currently 11 a.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. I wish 11 p.m. And we're just now starting progress on day 2. So hopefully I'm able to get a lot done tonight, because I keep forgetting that I also have to sew this up once I've crocheted it. And also there are more than just the body to do. I have to do the arms and the feet and the tail and the spikes. So this will be fun. Anyways, I'm gonna get into it now, and yeah, I will show you my progress in a little while. So I've made more progress. I had to stop filming for a sec because my phone ran out of storage. So while I was uploading everything that I had already filmed, I made a little bit more progress. So now we have, sorry, let me fold it out that way so you can see a bit better. Now we have the whole head and the whole neck area, and now we're starting to build on the body. So doing a lot of increases now to create the shape for the body. Kind of excited. But again, I'm just realizing how big this small trucker is. This small trucker is gonna be huge. We've got this much yarn left and we've gotten this much done. So I'm pretty confident with the amount of yarn that we're using. To be fair, it's okay. I have 8 more rows and then I can add the eyes. And I'm hoping to at the very least get that much done tonight. And then tomorrow I will start stuffing and building more on the body. And then hopefully I'll have the body completely done tomorrow and I'll be able to start on the hands and feet. I would like to get this first page done though, because I'm still technically on the first page. So once I've done this first page of this pattern, it's like hopefully going to be smooth sailing. But also what's not included in this pattern is the spikes that I'm going to use, because this pattern actually has stripes for the dinosaur, but my friend requested spikes instead. Sorry, my client requested spikes instead, so I've made adjustments to like kind of fit that. I have work tomorrow, so hopefully at work on my break I'll be able to make more spikes for the test dino that I was making, and then I will be able to finalize a shape that I like that I could then use on this, because the tutorial that I found specifically for dino spikes is not exactly how I would like it. The spikes are really small because the dino itself is really small, and I like the curved look, but I wish they were kind of longer, because in this yarn it would kind of be like too small for this dino now that I'm looking at it. I guess really all I have to do is a bunch more increases and just like build on by doing more rows, but I don't know yet because I don't know what that's gonna look like. So I'm gonna try and do it using the weight 4 yarn that I have for the test one that I was doing. I'm actually glad that I started that test one, because it means that I can like, well, test out things that I don't really want to do on a final piece. So anyways, I will continue with the time lapse now and update you guys when I've completed these next eight rows. Yeah. And here we are back again. I don't know why my phone keeps, like, this isn't even me trying to be funny. Let me just finish my work and I'm gonna be back. Like, y'all don't have to be so obsessed with me. Update. I have officially finished the first page of this pattern. So it's coming along pretty well. And now what's next on my to-do list is pop these eyes in. I kind of do just want to see what the eyes would look like anyways. I'll just do that now while we're here. But like, I don't want to like actually stick it on just yet, because I do want to get some felt, because this is like really chunky yarn. I have a big fear that it might be able to pop through, and I don't want it to pop through. So I'm gonna buy some felt and put that through the backs of them as well to kind of prevent it coming out. And I will buy that tomorrow. Anyways, tonight I am done. I have about this much. I'm gonna actually wind this up, but I have not that much yarn for my second board left over. But I was gonna say I'm kind of confident that like the rest of the yarn will be okay, but I don't think it will be. So we'll see. And then also I need to pick a yarn color that I can use to stitch up with these pieces, because I just don't think using this parfait chunky, so I need to stop saying parfait, this XL freaking yarn is going to be the smartest idea. No, the smartest like Look at that ball of yarn. The smartest choice when it comes to stitching everything together. So I might just use the brown yarn that I was using before because I can't see it at all through this. Can you tell that there was brown yarn used? Neither can I. Tomorrow I may be filming from a different location because I have to cat sit, so I will take you guys along with me and you guys might get to meet little baby Kilo, which will be really, really cute. I guess I'll see you there. Bye. Bye for now. Hi guys and welcome back. I am accompanied by a little special someone. I don't know if he's gonna let me put him on camera. Look at him. Look at little Kilo. He's so cute. You're so cute. He's so big, guys. Last time I saw him was December, and it's March now, ending in March now, and he literally was a tiny little baby. When I first met him, he was so tiny. He's a fully grown cat, guys. I don't know if I can carry him in a way that he's okay, but he's a fully grown cat. Like, this is an adult cat. This is not no baby anymore. Oh my gosh, Kilo. We're growing up so quickly. You're a grown man. Guys. Look at his little derpy little face. He's so unbothered by life. Look at his cute little necklace that my cousin got him as well. Can I show them the necklace? Can I show him your little bling bling? Your little rose gold bling bling. Look at his little... He actually doesn't care. Let me sit you up a bit better. But yeah, so I'm finding out my cousins. We have a lot of progress. Let me put you down actually. Put some stuff on the table. There you go. Run through. I got here about 2 hours ago, maybe 2.5 hours ago. It is currently 2:30 and 3:30 in the morning, so actually about 3 hours ago. Let me show you the progress that I've made. I can probably see him a little bit. But we've gotten this far, guys. I finally, I just put in the eyes and stuffed the head. So now we are this far along. And guys, you see how big this is? Size comparison. This is huge, huge. I'm so glad I bought that extra yarn and I really, really hope it gets here in time. Keep in mind, I haven't done any crocheting since yesterday, since you saw last. Wow. Wow. Anyways, I have progress report. I have this much left of the ball of yarn and I'm gonna try and crochet until 4 AM and I will catch you then. Yeah, because I want to go to sleep by 4. It's a bit of a recurring theme here, me starting very, very late in the evening or past midnight. I'll be honest, I'm not really bothered too much about staying up late because I don't really like waking up early. So it's kind of cool with me and I don't really have to wake up early. I have no reason to be up really, really early in the morning. Obviously I do have Kilo now, so I have to be up to feed him. Other than that, like, I don't really have any. So anyways, I'm gonna get into this derpy little guy and I will catch you later. Adios. Okay guys, so this is the last update for tonight, or this morning, I'm not even sure. I have officially finished the body of my dinosaur. Look how big he is, guys. He's so tiny. Sorry, he's so big, but like his body is so tiny. I think maybe I've fluffed it too much outwards, but I don't know, I'm referencing the pattern and it's accurate. His head is supposed to be just slightly smaller than the body, which it kind of is. This is his naked bod, and tomorrow I will crochet the hands and feet, place them on and see what it looks like before I stitch it on. I don't want to stitch it on yet because I'd like to know like the placement of everything before I stitch on. So yeah, I'm so excited with this. I'm so happy with the progress and I didn't need an extra like ball of yarn, so the yarn that I bought might just be unnecessary. This is how much I have left, but I still do need to do the hands and feet, but I feel like it might be okay. I don't know, maybe we'll play another game of yarn chicken tomorrow. But yeah, really excited guys, and even if I don't My order's coming tomorrow, so I will be able to crochet the rest anyway. I'm off to bed. It is, I don't even want to tell you what time it is. It's not 4 a.m. I can say that much. So I'm gonna head off to bed because Kilo literally, he was so cute. He fell asleep, but he kept waking up and then like trying to play with me, and now I have a bunch of scratches on my arms because he was attacking me while I was crocheting. Not fun. But yeah. So anyways, good night, guys. And I will see you in the not morning, afternoon probably. Hi again, guys. Really sorry about the camera quality. I had to stop filming on my iPad because my phone has completely run out of storage and it takes way too long to back it up. And just for sake of like keeping time, it just made more sense for me to film on my iPad than take an hour or two to back up everything to then start filming on my phone. Let me show you what I've done. Yesterday I actually managed to get all of the limbs done. So I have here with me, this bag is like completely covered in yarn. Once I finish all of this, I have to clean this place up because I'm scared that I've gotten yarn in places where yarn should not be. We have the 2 legs, which this is inside out. The 2 legs that will go underneath the dinosaur like so. And then we also have the 2 little nubby little arms. So for the arms, I actually did an extra row on each one just because like this felt a bit too short for an arm for me. So I made them slightly longer. Yeah, I just feel like it fits the size of the dino. I kind of measured it up to the dino for a second to see if it was better. And honestly, if it does end up being too long, then I'll just take that last row out. And then I also have the tail. The tail is complete, guys. Yeah. Every single thing that I've made has a thing of brown yarn in it because everything started with a magic ring. So I use that technique every single time because I was not going to try and struggle with it again. I didn't even want to bother with that. But you know what? I ended up struggling anyways, and I can't even remember what I was struggling with. I think it may have been the leg. There might be an extra leg somewhere or like something. Yeah, this thing. I think, no, this wasn't, yeah, this was supposed to be a leg. I gave up on this. There's another like scrap piece that I threw away as well. I gave up. It just, the magic ring wasn't closing properly and it had this weird like hole on the side. Not exactly where the hole is, but like here on the side of the hole. I don't know if you can see, this is my thumb where the hole is. And then it would always have this like thingy on it. And it was just too big and I just couldn't be asked. So I just left that. And I tried unwinding it. It snagged and didn't work eventually, so I just left it. So moving on to the spikes portion. Last night I tried to start the spikes and we ended up with more scrap yarn because I can't figure out a technique or a shape that like looks good. So what I'm gonna do, I did try and do that with this yarn before, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here for the next like 15-20 minutes and just figure out a good decent shape for the yarn. I wish I had slightly thicker yarn because it would translate better, you'd be able to see it better, but I'm just gonna use this for now because it's all I have. And I don't want to use the chenille yarn because it is so hard to work with and I don't like frogging chenille yarn, almost impossible. Oh, and by the way, we have, this much yarn left. So I ended up not needing any of the, I think I said it before, but I ended up not needing any of the extra yarn that I bought. So that's great. That will go to future projects. And we have quite decent length yarn tails for each one. So, and considering all the yarn that I wasted as well, that will go into my bag for now. And then when it's time, I will stuff and sew. I might actually use the chenille yarn to sew it on. I wasn't planning to, which is, well, I didn't really want to leave like long yarn tails just in case. I didn't have enough to make the tail, but like, because I didn't think I was gonna use the chenille yarn to sew everything up, because I really wanted it to be like really secure. So I was gonna try and find yarn in that color. I don't think I'll even have time to. So I think my only option is to sew it up with that, because this yarn is too like, if it was black it'd be better, but it's just too like contrasty with this. Like you would definitely see it if it like came through. So I'm just gonna leave it and sew up the way I can, and then when I get home, or maybe I'll use the string again to like sew it up. I knew I should have brought my freaking crochet kit. By crochet kit I don't mean this. I mean the like the stuff with all my other needles. It has like my brain is blank again. My stitch markers, it has all my stitch markers in it. It has, I don't know, everything. More sewing needles, more measuring tape as well. It has everything inside there. Anyways, let's get into it. Guys, red pill or blue pill? I say a mix of both. Start the party, am I right, Kilo? I'm right. This is not gonna go well.
She's doing it like in a Ted Bundy way. Like serial killer Ed Kemper vibe.
This is what he looks like, by the way. My workspace is very messy. But this is what he looks like from the front. His head also tilts towards my hand, which is fine, because again, stuffing. But yeah, this is what he looks like. He's supposed to be able to stand up like that, basically. Which he kind of does this way, because the couch is kind of tilting that way. But once I stuff this and like thing it should be fine. But that's what he looks like. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? Look at your little nails, mate. Little cute. He's so adorable. Look at him.